Good day, Dr. Irfan. My name is Nika, daughter of Subramaniam, and today I will be presenting an ethical analysis of Boeing. We will explore how technical decisions and management culture led to one of the most significant ethical failures in modern aviation history. Now we look at the core ethical issues. The central conflicts in this case was the prioritizations of economic market leadership over passenger safety. To compete with Airbus, Boeing introduced the 737 MAX with a system called MCAS. Unfortunately, this system relied on a single sensor without backups and was designed to mask aerodynamic changes from pilots. These decisions ultimately led to loss of 346 lives in Lion Air and Ethiopian airline crashes. Secondly, we are going to look at ethical analysis, utilitarianism. Applying the theory of utilitarianism, which suggests an action is right if it provides the greatest benefit for the most people. We see a massive failure while Boeing's short-term view focused on lower training costs and faster delivery to protect market share. The actual consequences were global trauma and 346 deaths. From this perspective, the conduct was highly unethical because the immense damage far outweighs the short-term financial gains. Next, we look at ethical analysis at deontology, which is based on duty and rules. Boeing had a clear moral obligation to protect its passengers and be honest with regulators. By hiding the critical role of MCAS and failing to provide adequate pilot training, they violated their fundamental duty of care. Regardless of the profit outcome, these actions represent a moral failure because they violated the duties of truth and professional respect. Next, organizational behavior. Integrating management concept, we see a shift in Boeing's organizational behavior. They moved from an engineer-led culture to a shareholder-oriented approach. This created an environment where psychological safety was low. Engineers who raised concerns were often ignored. This dysfunctional culture allowed unethical technical decisions to proceed without being checked. For the following theory is stakeholder theory. From a stakeholder theory perspective, a company should benefit everyone it impacts, not just shareholders. In this case, almost every group suffered. Passengers lost their lives, airlines suffered massive financial and reputational damage, regulators add their oversight questions. Boeing's narrow focus on shareholder returns actually led to long-term value loss for everyone. To address these issues, I propose the Boeing Safety Integrity and Ethical Governance Framework, or BSREG. The primary objective is to restore a safety-first culture. This includes a policy where safety takes precedence over delivery schedules and a mandatory disclosure policy for any design change that impact flight control. For implementation, we need a strict standard operating procedures. This includes independent panel reviews for all safety critical systems and redundant sensor for systems like MCAS. We also propose protected anonymous whistleblower channels with mandatory 72 hours investigations. In the short term, we focus on retraining and redesign, moving toward a total overhaul of corporate oversight in the medium term. In conclusion, the 737 MAX crisis was not just about a few bad actors, it was a systemic failure of corporate culture. As a prospective manager, this case teaches me that ethical leadership requires creating psychological safety and normalizing the reporting of risk. True organizational prosperity only thrives when stakeholder welfare and safety are put before short term profits.